The story of Arizona State University's West Valley campus is that of a community that took destiny into their own hands to pave the way to a better, brighter future for its citizens and economy. But to truly understand West Valley campus, let's wind the clock back nearly 140 years ago. While we celebrate West Valley campus's 40th birthday, the history of ASU dates back to 1886, almost 30 years before Arizona was even granted statehood. The Territorial Normal School, Arizona's first higher education institution, opened its doors to 33 students in a 4-classroom building in Tempe. From those humble beginnings and through a series of name changes that led to a vote of the people to advance Arizona State College to Arizona State University, ASU grew into the nation's largest and most innovative public university that we know today. As ASU grew, so did the Valley. When ASU was founded, Maricopa County was home to about 5,000 residents. Fast forward to the 1960s, when the population swelled to over 500,000 people, calling the Valley home. The West Valley of the 1960s offered affordable housing, a great lifestyle, and a strong sense of community. What it didn't offer was a university education in the early 60s. Forward-thinking citizens asked the state legislature to consider setting up a West Valley branch. And in 1966, ASU President Homer Durham put together a comprehensive study recommending that extension campuses be built. Even though the legislature wasn't quite ready yet, the West Valley embraced the idea. In 1970, businessman Ed Delph suggested that a plot of land on West Thunderbird Road would be perfect for a new campus.
My wife and her 2 sisters, who were had control of 2,000 acres in this area. I suggested, why not give them a quarter section, and they thought that was a good idea.
Ed's skill at site selection turned out to be right, but it would take another decade for State Senator Ann Lindeman to resurrect the idea and get the state to approve the current campus site. In the early 70s, a group of visionary citizens came together. Before long, the call for a West Valley campus gained volume thanks to people like Barbara and Sterling Ridge, Fred Carey, Sandra Day O'Connor, and dozens of others. Even so, it took several years for the legislature to come together and pass the bill creating ASU West, which Governor Bruce Babbitt signed on April 18, 1984. ASU President, the late J. Russell Nelson, appointed Gerald McSheffrey, Dean of ASU's College of Architecture, as Vice President of the newly designated West Campus.
Well, it was just 300 acres of desert, basically, in the middle, but neighborhoods all around it, but it was just desert, scrub, and nothing there.
As an accomplished architect, McSheffrey saw the opportunity to create a cohesive design for the entire campus.
I remember going out with Russ Nelson and the architect for the library and agreeing on the stone and brick that would be used. The colour of the stone and brick kind of matched the colour of the ground where we were going to be building. And I had said that a campus, to have kind of a feeling of a campus and a feeling of permanence and a feeling of place, had to be built of brick and stone. Well, I had the idea that the universities that I knew of, like Oxford and Cambridge and even places like Princeton and places like that, they had this idea of permanence, which you get with brick and stone. Because I used to walk across this campus without any shade to meetings. And one of the things I thought, if one could only walk in shade, so I said every building had to have an arcade, and that every building should have a courtyard where faculty could meet and so on.
When it came time to dedicate the new campus in 1991, ASU West turned to one of its strongest supporters, the late Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor.
I was still in the Arizona State Senate when Sterling and Barbara Ridge first began talking about a West Side University campus. That was in the early 70s. Even good ideas take time to germinate, and this idea has taken more than 20 years to come to fruition.
Since then, the ASU West Valley campus has blossomed thanks to the seeds planted by a handful of dedicated community leaders decades earlier. In 40 years, the campus has grown from offering only junior and senior level courses to a full research university with 125 bachelor, master's, and PhD degrees from 8 ASU colleges. In 2023, university leadership gathered with Arizona's governor, valley mayors, and thousands of faculty, staff, and community leaders to kick off West Valley Forward, a large-scale project to add 3 new academic schools, 2 new buildings, and numerous new degree programs. Later in 2023, the campus name was officially changed from West Campus to West Valley Campus, solidifying ASU's commitment to serve residents of the cities and towns of the West Valley and beyond. In August 2024, over 500 students moved into the new Casa del Valle Residence Hall as the campus welcomed its largest ever first-year class. Also in fall of 2024, ASU's Ira A. Fulton Schools of Engineering established the School of Integrated Engineering, offering engineering degrees on the campus for the first time. W.P. Carey School of Business established the all-new School of Technology, Innovation, and Entrepreneurship. And New College established the School of Interdisciplinary Forensics, consolidating into one school ASU's forensic disciplines. And in every corner of the world, our graduates are making significant contributions to their employers, families, and society. Like West Valley's alumna, Alexis Hermosillo, a first-generation student and now mayor of her hometown.
So by the time I graduated, I was no longer this shy person that was intimidated by the entire process. I finished college knowing that I can do anything I set my mind to. Going to college is the best decision that anyone can make.
A great university is defined not only by how it affects students and alumni, but also by how it improves the community around it. Great universities help build vibrant communities, and West Valley Campus is actively involved in dozens of critical community initiatives. We're working on issues as diverse as economic development and the shortage of qualified teachers, as important as ocean health and global climate change. We're proud of what ASU West Valley has accomplished in its first 4 decades. But we're really just warming up. We're focused on the opportunities and the connections that are still in front of us.